Is it worth your time to build a community using Facebook groups? I got this question from a viewer of the Library Marketing Show. I did some research. I'm going to give you my opinion, and I'm seeking yours in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh, behind the blog superlibrarymarketing.com. You can head there and click on the Library Marketing Show tab to ask a question, suggest a topic for a future episode of this show, or to nominate your library or another library for doing great work in marketing. Kudos today is going to happen in a few minutes, and it is a nomination from a viewer, so stick around for that. Before we get into today's topic, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel on YouTube, hit the big red subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. We just got over 2,000 subscribers. I love that. Let's keep building this community. If you are watching on LinkedIn, same thing. I have almost 3,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I would love for you to be part of that. Click the follow button so you get a notification whenever I post something about library marketing, and you can chat with other library marketers on the LinkedIn page. Okay, I got an email from the Super Library Marketing from someone named Amy Tollison, from the Weldon Public Library, and she had just finished an article that she read about Facebook groups, and she was wondering, is it worth my time to build a community on Facebook groups? First of all, down in the show description on YouTube or the comments on LinkedIn, you will find a post that talks about Facebook groups and tells you exactly how to build one in case you want to do this. I did some research. The first thing I discovered is I had a really difficult time finding any libraries who had a Facebook group. I don't know if this is because of the settings of the group or if it's because of the fact that nobody is making Facebook groups, no libraries anyway. So I'm curious, does your library have a Facebook group or groups? Let us know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube or on LinkedIn. I know Amy would love to see and maybe have a link and maybe get to join your group so she can kind of see what it looks like. So there are a couple of different things when you create a Facebook group. You can make it public, which means anybody can join and it's publicly searchable on Facebook, or you can make it, I think it's called private but open, where you have to admit people in, they like make a request to join. So that's a little more labor intensive, but you can check and make sure you don't have spammers or trollers, or if you want to check to make sure people have a library card before they join your group, you can do that. Again, it takes a little bit of a time and it's a little labor intensive. Here's my thing about Facebook groups. I am actually a member of probably 10 groups on Facebook that are all about library leadership or library marketing. When someone posts to one of those groups, I don't always see that post. And that's because the Facebook algorithm still applies to posts within a group. And I bring that up because my personal opinion is it's not worth your time. I think if you're building a group on Facebook, that is competing for your time and energy for building a group in a place where you have more control over the message, specifically your email subscriber list. I think we oftentimes think of emailing our patrons as a one-way conversation, and we can change that. We can have two-way conversations with our email subscribers. We can ask them to reply back. We can build community boards on our own website or using other software where we have a little bit more control over the conversation than Facebook. I'm thinking of software like Padlet or other boards where you can post, like a community board, an online whiteboard. So I really think if you're going to spend time building a community somewhere, you should do it in a place where you have control over the message. And to me, that's email. And I don't trust Facebook to be showing all of your group posts to all of the group members. And I just don't think it's worth your time. So that's my expert opinion, but I'd love to hear if someone has built a community group on Facebook and done so successfully. And I'm sure Amy would love to hear it too. So let us know down in the comments. Let's start a conversation about Facebook groups. Okay, now it's time to give away our kudos. Kudos today was a nomination sent in to Super Library Marketing from Ann Malfiner, who wanted to nominate her library, Stow-Munroe Falls Public Library, for creating emotional Facebook posts that tell their library story. And I love what she said about this. I will put a link, by the way, down to in the comments to one of the stories, the most recent one that I found that she's talking about. It's really simple. It's a couple of paragraphs and a photo. But here's what Anne says about this. Quote, "It is advertising, but it doesn't feel like it. It really connects the patron to the library on a whole different level." I 100% agree. So kudos to Stow-Munroe Falls Public Library, and keep telling library stories on all of your platforms. It is advertising, but it is much more emotional. Great job, Anne and staff at Stow-Munroe Falls Public Library. Okay, that's it for this episode, but I've got lots more tips and advice on my channel. You can head to the next video, and I'll see you there.